everybody, welcome to a ClickTeam Fusion 2.5 tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a UCN game kind of like this. So, this is my UCN game. This is kind of what we're going to be creating. A game where you can... So this is basically just what it's going to be like. You're going to be able to click the icons and then their mechanic will show up on a part of the screen. So let's get out of this game and let's get to coding. So this is what the code will end up looking like. I'm going to be referencing this code as, I haven't gotten it memorized yet, but I somewhat know what to do. So, start, what you're going to want to do is double click, create a active, double click onto it, import it, and first thing you're going to want is a border. So, oh wait, actually before you do that, you're going to want to size your application to this. And then you're going to want to check that, probably. So now, we're going to be doing this. We're going to create a new layer for the icons. Remember, the icon layer and the border layer cannot be separate, or else this will not work. So, let's go ahead and get a random character. We'll add... How about this? We'll add River Chica. Because that's just what I have available to me. Alright, so now we have this. We're going to want to add the up and down arrows. So, I recommend installing a UCN dump. I have it right here. Then you can just go around and try and find the arrows. Now in UCN you have the animating arrows, but that is a big waste of space in your game. So you're not going to want to add them unless you don't plan on adding many characters. So import one of them, and let's just move it to around here. Then we'll clone it down. And then we'll look for the down arrow version of that. Let's see if we got it right. No, this one seems to be a bit darker. So we're just gonna go with this one. Yeah, it seems to be right. So, next, you're going to want to insert a counter. And then enter the counter. It'll immediately be black, which, if you're just going to have a plain black background like me, that's not a good thing. So go into it, and you should select white as your color. Click onto the A and do import font. Now, this will display every single font your computer has installed. So, you're going to probably want to use a font that anyone will have installed. Otherwise, if they don't have it installed and you don't have it embedded, then the font will go back to the default one and be extremely small. So we'll go with this. Seems good enough. I'm not sure if I really like it though. So we'll just go straight back in. And we'll do that one. Yes, this is a nice, thick, bulky one. Yeah. Alright, so next, you're going to want to add qualifiers to all of these. So what I like to do is add the friends qualifier to the icon. Add the good qualifier to the up arrow. The bad qualifier to the bottom arrow. And then the 0 qualifier to the counter. Now, what qualifiers do is basically just like, so say you want to have, alright, it's a bit complicated, but you can choose whatever qualifier you want. I'm sure you can find an explanation for them somewhere. But you really don't need them for this tutorial. So let's go in here and put in a group, which we'll just call mechanic. Or not mechanic, sorry. We're going to call it AI, but... Alright. AI. So... we need to do repeat while mouse key is pressed, and then if the mouse is hovering over that every 0 to 10 seconds, and then I know there's some more, but I'm not sure what. Okay. So if the friends, the good is overlapping the friends, and friends is overlapping the counter. So let's do that. No, remember. This will work with any qualifiers. It does not have to be friends, good or bad. Although that's what I'm going to be referring to them as. So here, you're going to want to add to your counter one by 1. Then you can do that. Copy it and paste it. You're going to want to change this to bad. And then you're going to want to subtract from counter 1. Now, let's see how that's working. Alright guys, so I just figured out, I had a bit of a problem with that, but what you're going to want to do is also check resize display to fill window size. So moving this all over here, let's just, yes. So now our AI is working, but that is probably not going to be good enough. What else is not good enough for me is the font. I do not know why I can't make my mind on a font. I just need a font. There we go. That's fine. So yeah, now we have that. What we need to do now this is not necessary, but it's nice to add. So let's copy this over again. Delete those two, and then it should be the mouse. If user clicks with the middle button, and all of that, it should set counter to there. Actually, that should be, and I should also have the good one. That should set it to 30. This should set to 0. Let's see if that worked. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Yes, that did. Alright, guys, alright. This seems to be working pretty well. Now, if you were to want to add another character, what would you do? Well, what you're going to want to do is duplicate, not clone, duplicate your border and put these settings in it. Rows 1, columns 2, column spacing 10. Rows 1, columns 2, column spacing 10. So I'm still trying to get down the perfect one for the counter, but you can try to just position the counter perfectly using the arrows keys. So this 1, 2, 110, I believe. Yes. 1, 2, 110. And now let's try that one out. As easy as that, and they have completely different AIs. Now, how does this work? Because obviously this isn't just gonna immediately make the AIs work. Right. So what you're gonna want to do is go into your global values, and we're gonna create 2. We're going to do Withered Chica AI and Bonnet AI, and then we'll switch this one's icon to Bonnet. And we'll position this. Now, we have made 2 characters that work. Almost, actually. So now you're going to want to do an end of frame and a start of frame. So at the end of the frame, it should set a global value, so Withered Chica AI, to the counter that's on the Withered Chica icon. So this will make it so that whatever AI you set it to will also set the global AI to that, so they'll actually work in the night. So we'll set Bonnet to, of course, her counter. At the start of the frame, we're going to want to set Withered Chica's counter to Withered Chica AI. And then we're going to want to change this one to Bonnet AI, which is our global value thing. So what this will do is, once you're done with a night, you'll still have all your characters set, but when you restart the game, you won't. So, we're not gonna be trying this out in this video, as this is just the home screen. But as this is the home screen, we still have more to do. Insert a string object now. Extend it like that. And then make its color white. So we're gonna go into the typeface and give it a good font. Again, do not use fonts that you installed on your computer manually. That will not go well. I will, however, make a tutorial on how to embed an AI. I'm not sure if, a font. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but so you can use it in your games. We will just use Sentry. That seems good. So go ahead and call this click a character's icon to read their mechanic. So let's see if we can read that in this. No, not very well. So we're going to make it start bigger. And then I think the font isn't good. It's hard to read, which we do not want for a UCN game. Reading is one of the most important things. So we'll go ahead and do that. So now we're going to want to give this a global value. An alterable value, which is like a counter, but it's in an object, so it's more compact and won't waste as much space. So we're going to call this mech. And then call it the exact same thing, capitals and everything, on the other icon. So, let's go into my other game to check this out a bit. Please, please, where is my frame? There it is. So this one will have 2. So now, the first thing should be called 2, and then the second icon should be called 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and all that. So, to do this, we're going to want to add another condition, which will be when user clicks on object, which is the friends group. You're going to want to, so I'm not sure if this will work, but I think this will. Set paragraph to use a calculation, and then it should be mech. Okay. Let me look for the mech. So let's see if that works. So we'll make Withered Chica. And then Bonnet. So Withered Chica, question mark, question mark, question mark. Bonnet, question mark, question mark, question mark. Groups or qualifiers make UCN games so much more easy. And so if you did not know about these before, well, you should be glad you know about them now, because they will help you so much, not only in UCN games, but in other games as well. So, next thing we're going to be doing, or the final thing we're going to be doing, is simply creating a go button. So we'll go ahead and import our pre-made sprites. We'll use directions. You can use animations if you want. So one will be for when we hover on it, one will be for when we aren't hovering on it. Oh, I did the wrong one. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we're just going to make a group called Hover, because you're probably going to be adding more buttons to the home screen at some point. So, we're going to want to do the mouse pointer over an object, go, drag that down and negate it by doing this. And then we're going to want to do, actually no, we're not going to do that yet. So if the mouse pointer is over it, it will select the direction of that, and then if it's not, it will go in that direction. Let's see if that worked. Yes, that did work. So, in the next episode, I'm hoping to make a working office with the doors and the vent. But that's all for this video. Subscribe and like for, of course, the next tutorial and other videos. Anyway, bye guys!